What is the most powerful influence that affects your decisions? It is color. Color influences almost everything we do in our lives. Whether you know it or not, color affects up to 90% of what you choose to wear, what you buy for your home, a product or car you're considering buying, how you view another person, and ultimately, what you eat. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and been drawn to a food item because of the color? I'm guilty of this one because M&Ms have got to me more times than I wish to say. Our minds naturally crave color, which is why our brains are drawn to eat foods of color. You've probably heard it said before, the first to feast is the eyes. The food coloring industry also understands that color plays a vital role in what you choose to buy, with the industry estimated to reach $3.5 billion by 2027. But may I suggest to you that not all color is created equal? Our personal health becomes the happiest when we consume the appropriate amounts of colorful fruits and vegetables due to the phytochemicals and the phytonutrients that the colorful produce provides. The nutrients from the colors that are added to foods do not compare to the natural nutrients in the colors that are already present in your fresh produce. Let's first consider foods that are red. Red foods are high in antioxidants. They help with inflammation and provide immune system support, known as vitamin C. Green foods contain a high variety of nutrients for your cardiovascular health and anti-cancer effects. You want to kick the color benefits up a notch? Combine both the red tomato and the green broccoli. The lutein from the red tomato, when united with the glucosinolates in the green broccoli, it maximizes your cancer-fighting properties. You get more from your foods when you unite certain colors together. This is called food synergy. Okay, let's continue with orange foods. They are high in carotenoids that help regulate your endocrine system and your reproductive health. Yellow foods are fiber-rich foods that help assist with your digestion and your gastrointestinal health. Blue-purple foods are polyphenol-rich foods that assist with your learning, your memory, and your mood. Choosing to eat natural, colorful foods unites us all with the same opportunity to live a healthy life. When money is hard to come by, though, it's easy to consume foods that contain high amounts of calories and most likely contain synthetic food coloring because they tend to be less expensive. Now, while it may be true that vegetables cost 4 times more than the average serving of processed food, vegetables in turn give you 24 times more nutrition, meaning that you are getting 6 times more nutrition per dollar from your piece of broccoli than your favorite junk food. Now, if you ask me, that's a lot of bang for your buck. And even with today's inflation rates, spending just 65 cents more per day on colorful foods like kale, cauliflower, broccoli, every kind of berry, apples, sweet potatoes, spinach, and any other colorful food that you can think of, it can reduce your mortality rate by 10%. Now, that's equivalent to an extra 7 years of life for the average person. So with the possibility of having an extra 10% of life given to you when you eat natural, colorful foods, think about what you can do with that extra time. There comes the opportunity to spend time with your family and loved ones and prepare a wholesome, delicious meal together. The International Journal of Physical Activity and Behavioral Nutrition mentions that those eating home-cooked meals consumes greater amounts of fruits and vegetables and has a greater adherence to plant-based diets, such as the Mediterranean diet. And those eating from home more than 5 times a week consume 62.3 grams more fruit and 97.8 grams more vegetables per day. Now, as beautiful and colorful as food may be, they need to be brought together and prepared. Would you be drawn to eat at a table with just fruits and vegetables laid on it? Well, maybe, but probably not as likely. So instead of daily delegating the task of having others cook your food, what better way than to bring your family and loved ones together and prepare your colorful foods to your own liking? Microwavable dinners or fast food won't give you a sense of satisfaction or unite families together as much as will preparing and eating a home cooked meal together will. One of our family breakfast favorites is chia pudding, layered with granola, fresh fruits, and some nuts. This is a fun recipe to do with the whole family because we get to make it to our own liking. The night before, the kids and I would prepare the chia pudding by mixing the chia seeds with some plant-based milk, a little bit of maple syrup, and some lemon or orange zest. This one time, as we were pouring the chia seeds, they happened to spill and make a huge mess on the counter and the floor. Now, a huge mess is an understatement when it comes to those tiny seeds flying everywhere, but none of that mattered because we had such a good laugh. And still to this day, my kids bring it up with a big smile saying, "Remember when the chia seeds flew everywhere?" Now, those colorful laughs bonded us around food, which reminds us of the need to eat more family meals together. There is an incredible correlation between when we eat together as a family and the improvement of our kids' social, mental, and health issues that they face today. Something as simple as just being around the dinner table has the power to unite families together and lessen the prevalence of depressive and suicidal thoughts, while also lowering the use of tobacco, alcohol, and marijuana in our young kids today. When you prepare foods of color, moments tend to slow down. It gives you not only more meaningful conversations, but it allows you to appreciate the stories of those that made your table of color possible. Your story of how you prepare and eat your foods will redefine the connection between the consumer and the farmer. In our highly processed society, there's often a disconnect between what we eat and those that worked hard for our amazing produce. We lose the stories from the farmers, which may be another opportunity to unite us with those that grew our food and the food for the community at large. Going to your local U-Pick farm or your farmers markets are two simple ways that you can do to unite us as consumers with those that grew our food. It allows you to have more meaningful conversations than if you would have had just going to the grocery store. My family loves farmers markets, and every time we would go to this special strawberry farmer, they were the most friendliest people, and we got to know how their strawberries were grown and when they were harvested. We usually go at the beginning to make sure we have enough cash for the strawberries. But this one time, I ended up going at the end, not realizing that I only had a few dollars left. But because I had built a relationship with the farmer, they kindly gave me the strawberries and told me to pay the next time that I came. Now, of course I did, but I walked away feeling a bond of trust that would not have naturally come if I had just bought the strawberries in the grocery store. In these rich connections and associations, you begin to appreciate the life and culture of your farmer. Your social circle gets larger and more meaningful when you begin to appreciate those that worked hard for your colorful abundance of food. Colors have so much influence on what we consume, yet we oftentimes forget the power that color can do to unite us together. Natural colors impact our physical well-being, which ultimately promotes family interactions, encourages more appreciation and connection with our communities, and in turn, it brings us right back to where we started, a plate of color. It's a beautiful cycle, and the next time you have the choice to choose your food, choose to slow things down and enjoy the moment, the color, and the people that have made it possible. In a society that tends to be so divided on color, let us rally around the colors of the rainbow, starting with your plate. Thank you.